Good afternoon. This is the Digital Forensic Expert Testimony by Group 5 UK. Project 1, Global Economic Summit Background. The Five Eyes Global Economic Summit is held in the UK. The UK CISO requested a cyber policy report that includes the cyber policy matrix with cybersecurity policies/laws of Five Eyes nations, security baseline report, attribution report to identify the attacker, network security checklist, system security risk vulnerability report, forensic analysis report, chain of custody form, environmental review and analysis. Project 1, Global Economic Summit, Key Laws Governing Digital Forensics. In the UK, the Computer Misuse Act of 1990, General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR, Data Protection Act of 2018 and Network, Information Systems Regulation of 2018 in the US, Sarbanes-Oxley, SEC Regulation SP, Graham-Leach-Bliley Act, Federal Trade Commission Act, Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, Privacy Act of 1974. Key laws governing digital forensics. In Australia, the Privacy Act, My Health Records Act, Security of Critical Infrastructure Act of 2018. Telecommunications Act. New Zealand, Privacy Act of 2020. Telecommunications Act, Radio Communications Act of 1989. Canada is guided by the Privacy Act, the Personal Information Protection and Electronic Documents Act, Access to Information Act. Project 1, Key Takeaways. Our attribution report found anonymous behavior originated from the United States, Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, Russia, China, and the Netherlands. A network security checklist must include firewalls and IDS/IPS, network devices, malware protection, email and internet access, and policies. System Security Risk Vulnerability Report helps obtain executive management's commitment. Project 2, Nations Behaving Badly Background. Data exfiltration was detected in the IDS. CISO requested the following deliverables: cybersecurity risk assessment including vulnerability matrix, incident response plan, service level agreement, Five Eyes indicators sharing report, and the final forensic report. Project 2, Nations Behaving Badly, Key Takeaways. A forensic analysis to uncover a bad actor that caused data exfiltration was conducted. DDoS, brute force attack, and SQL injection attacks were detected. A vulnerability matrix was prepared. The cybersecurity risk assessment presentation was prepared and published at the following YouTube link. Project 2, Nations Behaving Badly, Key Takeaways. Incident response plan helps conduct a structured response to an attack. Roles and responsibilities must be clearly defined beforehand. Phases of incident response. Preparation establishes procedures, support, and contacts. Detection and analysis includes endpoint analysis, binary analysis, behavioral analysis, and enterprise hunting. Containment, eradication, and recovery involves remediation, removal of malware, etc., and restarting system functions. Post-incident activity involves documentation of incident details and development of lessons learned. A model service level agreement with an ISP was prepared. Project 3, Lockdown Background. UK systems experienced a Raveton ransomware attack before the Five Eyes Summit event. Attendees were not being able to access their systems. The system was flooded with illegitimate requests, used up bandwidth and system resources. Prevented legitimate users from accessing systems. Attack was a distributed denial of services attack. Project B, Lockdown Mitigation Recommendations, DDoS. Implement SolarWinds Security Event Manager. Implement strong firewalls rules. Choose an ISP to provide the DDoS prevention and mitigation services. Data exfiltration. Use encryption. Perform consistent system scans and patches. Use SolarWinds Security Event Manager. Project 3, Lockdown Mitigation Recommendations. Unpatched software and unnecessary ports that are open. Use Nessus, scan, identify, and remedy vulnerabilities. Insider attacks. Follow up and address all threats and concerns of employees. Encourage other employees to report any changes in behavior of coworkers. Deal with personnel issues to ensure employees are not disgruntled. What are the legal challenges associated with cyber incidents involving foreign countries? How do internal laws affect e-discovery? Reference and discuss all international laws that may influence a forensic investigation in the country that your team is assigned. Legal and environmental positions of different countries that govern digital forensics vary. Digital forensics includes investigation of database, email, malware, mobile, memory, and network. Five Eyes members are common law countries and share legal traits including protection of privacy, due process before collection of personal data. Key UK laws governing e-discovery. The Computer Misuse Act of 1990, General Data Protection Regulation GDPR, Data Protection Act 2018 and Network, Information Systems Regulation of 2018. The UK cybersecurity standards include the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, Minimum Cybersecurity Standard, the PAS 555, and various ISO standards. What are the legal challenges of accessing and retrieving electronic evidence stored on foreign soil? Assuming cloud storage was used, what procedures would follow to access and retrieve digital evidence stored in the cloud? Laws governing privacy and disclosure of data in countries where digital evidence is stored may create conflict while it is requested by another nation. Digital forensics includes investigation of database, email, malware, mobile, memory, and network. Cloud service providers may be subject to other countries' laws restricting the disclosure of certain kinds of data if data is stored in that country. Mutual legal assistance treaties allow law enforcement agencies in one nation to request their foreign counterparts to obtain data. The foreign counterpart reviews a request based on their legal standards and may seek a court order to obtain the data before sharing it. Cloud Act passed in 2018 by the US permits foreign partners to enter into executive agreements with the US to access electronic evidence hosted by US-based CSPs. Specific to the country that your team is assigned, how do the international laws and jurisdictions influence the processes and procedures followed during the forensic investigation? The attacks were experienced in UK, our team's nation. The logs were available and did not involve other nations. To analyze and attribute attacks that originated from other nations such as Russia, Venezuela, etc., no data was requested from those nations. International laws and jurisdictions did not influence the processes and procedures during the forensic investigation. What conflicts arose between ethics and international laws during the forensic investigations? How did these conflicts affect the investigations, and how are the conflicts mitigated or resolved? The Five Eyes countries understand the legal issues of other member nations. No ethical or legal issues arose. No conflicts were experienced. All conflicts typically are resolved with good communication, established trust procedures in prior history, and mutual cooperation. What steps were taken to protect United States soil and citizens during the international investigation? Describe any risks to the country, businesses, or citizens from your investigations. All data requests were reviewed very carefully to ensure it complied with various U.S. laws, including the Privacy Act, HIPAA, and Cloud Act. If a court review such as FISA was needed, it was sought and obtained. All treaties and agreements with other nations were also considered. Where national security was involved, authorization from the intelligence services and State Department were obtained. Now I'll allow some time for Q&A. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Have a great day.